One day, Natasha was walking across the street, and suddenly...
You can take that fake apology and shove it right...
Everyone knows that the Great Spirit makes land for all people. One of the greatest issues of contention is the ridiculous notion of the land...
Natasha now enters the Twilight Zone.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Natasha awakens in a strange room. Natasha is struck by a stick, but when she turns around, no one is there.
Who are you?
My name is Black Horse, and I am here to tell you of the conflicts between our two people, the white man and the Indian. To this day I still remember it, the day the white man came on his giant fish. When the white man arrived on what was to be Jamestown, he foolishly refused to work to sustain himself. Instead, he went looking for gold. Their foolishness would lead to the deaths of many white men.
Where can I find gold around here?
Hey, my name is John Rolfe, and I bring brown gold.
After failing to find real gold, the white man sustained himself financially with tobacco, and this led to conflicts with our people. The Indians.
What are you doing?
Planting my tobacco.
But this is my land.
Fine, I'll just go steal this Indian's land.
Or, wait, or we could team up and take the Indian land for ourselves.
Oh no!
And thus, the white man's lust for the cash brought by tobacco led him to intrude upon Indian lands, and this created conflict between the two peoples. There are many whom ask why the white man and the red man did not simply settle their differences and live together in harmony. There are a number of factors for why this is not so. The ego of the white man, language barriers, and the difference in skin color being among them. But the underlying reason was that there was a giant ideological gulf between my people and the white man. An example of this would be the white man's ridiculous notion of land ownership. Silly white man. Everyone know Great Spirit make land for all people.
Red man, I come to steal your land, but because I am a God-fearing man, I ask for your permission to steal your land. Will you give me your land?
No.
It is God's will that you give me your land. I demand your land.
No, my people are starving. I need some food.
Red man, I offer you extra large black olives for your land. Will you give me your land for black olives?
That's not enough.
Red man, it is God's will that I give you fruit cocktail and black olives for your land. Now will you give me your land?
Yes. Wasn't even mine to begin with.
Yes, we now have the land.
As the conflict escalated, blood was shed as my people joined forces with the French and the British to stem the tide of the American white man. In the French and Indian War, the American Revolution, and finally the War of 1812.
For every British head you bring me,
For every head you bring me, you will get one of these. You will not have enough guns. After 2 wars and countless skirmishes, my people were dying and the threat of the white man grew stronger as they took more and more of our land. 2 leaders, Tecumseh and the Prophet, united the Northwest tribes to resist the white man.
Back up. We must unite to defeat the Americans. You have to help us.
Why?
Do it! Let's kill Yankees!
Oh, say, can you sing for the
I am the prophet.
In spite of his best efforts, Tecumseh was defeated at the Battle of Thames. Die, Tecumseh! Kapow! By the end of the war, Tecumseh was dead, the Confederation shattered, the British deserted us, and the white men were ready to pounce. One last attempt was made to reason with them. The Cherokees went to the Supreme Court.
Your Honor, white men intrude in my father's land, hunt our game, and waste nature's resources. I object, Your Honor. They lie.
The Indians own the land, and thus shall it be ruled. Our victory was short-lived, for we were thwarted by Andrew Jackson, the Indian killer. That man's Machiavellian temperament could only be matched by Dwight Schrute.
When my mother was pregnant with me, they did an ultrasound and found she was having twins. When they did another ultrasound, a few weeks later, they discovered that I had resorbed the other fetus and a little baby.
Mr. President, the Indians have defeated Georgia in the Worcester case.
John Marshall has made his decision. Let him enforce it. Ignoring the Supreme Court, Jackson forced us off our lands and onto the Trail of Tears, where 4,000 of us perished.
Keep walking. Hurry up, keep your pace. Then walk. Warden, I think this one's dead.
Oh well, we must go on.
No matter how far west we moved to escape the white man, the growth of his population and lust for riches led him on to wherever we settled, and once again he would kick us out.
Could this be oil?
Oil? Did I hear oil? Get off the land.
Or
Go.
what? Get off now.
The white man's cruel treatment of my people would persist until he reached the other ocean. Now that you know of the conflicts between our two peoples, you must tell this story. Because even today, many white men will not listen to this story.
And that's the story of my people.